Hello everybody, this is the introverted comedian and I'm here to welcome you to a new episode of Kingdom Come Deliverance. So during this episode, after starting the main quest, I can now practice combat, and this is what I'm planning to do in order to get Henry ready to fight bandits and humans. So enough about that, let's just press continue and carry on with the story. Yeah, so it's quite early in the morning. I have plenty of energy, plenty of nourishment, so it's a perfect time to go and train with Captain Bernard. Now, in order to save myself some time, I am just going to use the fast travel. Fast traveling on short distances can be useful, since there are no bandits to attack you. But when you're going inside Ratay, sometimes the guards might stop you in order to search for stolen items. Yeah, so I just got here. Alright, so when it comes to this grouchy guy, Captain Bernard, you can basically train quite a few stats with him. When it comes to combat, you can train your defense, you can train your axe, mace, sword, and unarmed. Most of them usually go together. Basically, if you want to train your defense, you can have a shield with you, or you can just block everything that he's trying to hit you with. Now, everything that you train in combat will add to warfare, which will actually make that skill go high faster. The bow is separate, I've shown you before, and you could see in the previous episode, even Captain Bernard took Henry to the archery range in order to train it. Now, each of these actually have their own name once you start talking to him, and at the same time you will be training your strength and agility. As far as I remember, vitality only gets experience once you go into actual combat, life and death situation, or you can also increase it if you go hunting for like bunnies, deer, or boars. So let's just talk to Captain Bernard. He does have some special training for you as well, so you don't have to worry that much. Now you can also ask him about work, and he will tell you about some bandit camps.
We know about one. I don't really. Very well.
And he is asking you to take their ears.
Well,
But that will have to wait until I actually start learning how to fight properly and improve my stats and also get some proper armor. And then you can do training. You can do combat with a practice weapon, combat with a real weapon. You can learn combos. You can learn master strikes. You can learn these. Basically, you can train using money. And I already have some groschen, so I can do it.
I'd like to learn to.
It's never bad to start with this.
Now,
After all, the purpose of making all that groschen was this one, to make my game easier now.
Can I? Thank you.
Yeah, and I think I can also do some sword training.
I'd like to. Now,
Yeah, so I did gain some levels. So basically now one of the things you want to learn is the combos and the master strikes. And then you can actually do the practice. So I'll just go with the combos. It will be done with practice weapons, so you don't need to worry.
Hoping you get lucky. You need technique, but using skilled moves is no easy matter. There's no miraculous strikes you can learn that will ensure you win every duel. You've got to work those techniques into your combat. Force your opponent into a position you want him in, and then attack unexpectedly. See? I strike from overhead, then slash from the side.
Yeah, so as you can see, if you could actually perform that,
Strike from below, but then
you could quickly damage your opponent.
once more. Defend.
And it's quite hard to parry them.
You try it. Strike from above, then from the right, then slash. The strikes have to follow quickly, one after the other. As soon as one lands, you start the next. You have to keep exactly to the sequence, otherwise it won't come off. Slash from above, slash from the right, slash from below. Go!
Yeah, so this is actually quite annoying, to be fair.
No! You have to strike me 3 times. 3 times.
But it will get you some experience, so it doesn't really matter.
3 times. No! You have to strike me 3 times. 3 times. Good. Again.
Yeah, so you can actually do it, but that timing is quite hard to get, to be fair.
3 times. No! You have to strike me 3 times.
Or at least I'm not very good at doing it. So one is high, one is from the right, one is from the bottom, and still doesn't go.
Target zone and strike right away. Don't stop. Try to catch the rhythm. As soon as one blow lands, change the target zone and strike again. Try to catch the rhythm. As soon as one blow lands, change the... That's it. Try once more.
Well, okay, so that's over. I did manage to level up quite a bit, so let's see what exactly I leveled up. So I've got the main level. Now when it comes to main level, there are a few perks that are quite interesting. I am going with the first aid in the beginning, because I will need it for some quests. After that I'll go with scout, and then maybe something else. Now I did manage to level up the warfare, and what I found working quite good is this one, the blood letter. You get basically, once you start fighting someone with real weapons instead of practice weapons, you get a higher chance to draw blood, which makes them lose their HP faster, and it is quite good in combination with this one with Sadist, because it gives you a +1 strength bonus after drawing blood. So as I said, I am going with this one. Now there was another choice, Rusty Edge. The thing is, I don't really like to make my equipment go bad. You need to have damaged weapons, and I'm not usually using those, so Bloodletter is a much better choice for me. Now let's talk to Captain Bernard again, and you can train the master strikes.
Mastered the basics of combat.
I see. And what weapon are you such a...
I will go with a sword.
You're a bit cocky.
I'm ready.
So basically now what he's going to teach you is how to
Stand there. Take your weapon.
defend and attack quickly. Basically once you... yeah, the perfect block. Once you block his strike, you will be able to hit him quickly. And this is quite useful in various fights. But before actually teaching you, he does want you to defeat him, or at least work your way out for it. Otherwise, he simply refuses to teach you. You do have to earn his respect. He's quite tough on you in the beginning, but after a while he will learn how to appreciate you. So you don't need to worry that much about him being rough.
We're done. Hopeless. Go and train
Yeah, so
properly
as you
and
could
come
see,
back again.
you actually do need to beat him, otherwise he will refuse to teach you. So let me try that one more
I
time.
think I've mastered. I'm pretty good with the sword.
We'll test you. Stand there, take your weapon, and fight. If you look like you know what you're doing, I'll teach you a trick or two.
Yeah, so as you can see, once you start fighting him, you will start getting some experience. In the beginning it will go fast and you will level up quite easily, but after some point it will become more difficult. So be ready to do some grinding. As I was saying in one of the previous episodes, when I was grinding for the alchemy skill, grinding the combat skills is actually even more annoying, but it is worth it, because if you don't do it and you go after the bandits just like that, you will easily lose. There are a few perks that will help you win the battles easier.
Enough. That'll do. That wasn't at all bad.
Yeah, so apparently he said it's enough, but he still needed to hit me.
Pay close attention.
Still, he will teach me, which is what's important.
Good to be able to attack. It's good to be able to fend off your opponent's blows.
The best is when you're able to do both at once. A master stroke is when you parry your opponent's blow and strike him at the same time. Attack me, and I'll show you how it's done.
Yeah, so first you need to get your behind kicked a little bit. Yeah, so there we go, this is the perfect block.
In one move. There's no defense against this technique if it's executed well.
Once you attack, basically you return the damage.
Match your movement to his. One elegant technique and the fight is won. Try it. I'll attack slowly. You parry. That's it.
Yeah, so as you can see, it's also increasing your defense. So once again you parry the strike and you hit him. Sometimes you will hit him with your sword, sometimes you will hit him with your fists or your feet.
Wrong. Again. All right.
Yeah, so now after learning this from him, this is basically a skill that you cannot learn by yourself. You actually need Captain Bernard for that, so after learning this from him, you will be able to do it with other opponents. Now let's see what exactly perks I did manage to unlock. So I've got sword, a new one. Now when it comes to sword fighting, one of the things I like to do is go for the sword I want to use. I'm usually going for the long swords. I'm not that good at using these skills, so probably I will never use them. Still, it's not bad to have them unlocked. Now let me see, I have some agility. There's only one perk I can do, which is featherweight. Quite a nice perk since you have less chances of getting yourself injured when you fall. So let's go back to training. Now if you want to train your strength a little bit faster, you can go for training combat with the practice weapon.
What weapon would you?
And you can go for hand to hand. Basically your strength increases once you hit him, and hand to hand combat gives you the best chances at doing it.
Then it's just your bare hands again.
He will, however, be quite tough, so if he manages to injure you too much, you have the option of surrendering. Now, as I said during one of the previous episodes, I unlocked, when it comes to strength, I unlocked the clinch master, giving myself some chances when fighting him and going into clinches. Now that one is actually becoming more useful once you get your strength level higher. So you can try to get him like this, but he will get you back. He is quite difficult, to be honest. But you will see, once you start getting the hang of it, you can actually cause him to stop the training, basically like a knockout or something, without actually knocking him down. Yeah, so like every other time when it comes to combat, you need to watch out for your stamina, because without any stamina you won't be able to actually do anything. Not even dodge his hits or defend yourself properly, let alone hit him. If you want, you can try to kick him, but it doesn't really work. Now let's see, I just want to get one level up in strength, and after that I am going for another weapon. If he doesn't actually knock me down before that. So I did manage to increase my unarmed skill. You can try pushing him into a corner. Not sure how useful it is because he can still fight back. He is quite a tough man. Not to mention his armor is a lot better than what I'm wearing now, so he does have some advantage over that.
Your end is nigh.
You can also practice, I think it was in the last episode that I showed this, or 2 episodes ago. There are some men in town, in Ratei, which you can actually challenge for money. The thing is, they do take you outside the settlement for the fights, and they don't put up that much fight, so you will knock them down easily, and you'll have to run all the way back to town to challenge them again or challenge someone else. So the best way to train your combat skills is with this guy, with Captain Bernard or Sir Bernard. Alright, so I did increase some agility. Fortunately, the one I'm going for was strength. But I do think it's actually going quite slow because I did level up a little bit, so I will surrender for the moment and try another weapon. Now that is quite some damage he gave me. Let's have a wash up. And let's try something else. Again, I will go with practice weapons.
Right. What weapon would you like?
And I will go with the halberd.
I'd like to train with a halberd.
Now this is something that's not so common in the game. You might find it on some enemies. Unfortunately, you cannot keep it in your inventory. So basically you can use it, but only after picking it up. So when it comes to this one, I am able to hit him a couple of times extra. Again, quite useful when it comes to training your strength, because you can hit him more times. Now I basically feel like Splinter from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, so there we go, I actually managed to get some strength over. But I did get myself injured, so that's not so good. Yeah, so I will surrender and go for another weapon. If you want, you can go to the bats and get yourself healed. It will take some time, probably keep you in there for like 4 hours. But I'm still alive and kicking. Although my gear doesn't seem to be doing very well. Still, it doesn't matter because I can fix them later. So, another point, another level and another perk unlocked in strength. Now, one of the perks I like is this one, the head cracker. Basically you get a 10% greater chance of knocking out an opponent if you blow them to the head. This is quite useful when you go to fight bandits, because basically you can strike them from the top and you might actually get lucky, knock them down. This way there will be less of them to fight, and they will not come back that easy, so you can kill them while they're on the ground, they're knocked out. Now I'm gonna try some sword training.
I'd like to train.
Right. What weapon would you like?
Basically you can go with longsword. That cannot be used with a shield. You can use your longsword if you have one in your inventory. You can use it with a shield, but when it comes to training with Sir Bernard, you cannot use it for some reason. And if you want to get your defensive higher, you can take a shield, which is something that I do recommend,
Grab your piece.
as there are some nice defensive perks as well. Now, once you start training like this, it will be harder for him to deal damage to you, but your points of experience will mainly go into sword. So, yeah, it's not that good. Still, you can improve your defense, you can improve your agility. If you hit him enough times, you will improve your strength. when fighting with a shield, it's actually useful to increase your level in defense, because you can do those repeated blocks like I'm doing right now. Basically, you strike at him, he blocks you, then he strikes at you, you block him, and so on. This is also a good way to increase your main level, because basically any experience you get, it will increase it. It doesn't matter what skill it is for. And now you are basically increasing defense, you are increasing agility, you are increasing strength, you are increasing sword as well. So you are doing more skills at the same time. Yeah, so as you can see, I did manage to get some level up in defense and unlock a new perk, which hopefully will be useful. But it seems like Captain Bernard is out to give me a lesson. He keeps damaging me. Now I heard some people like to carry on striking and striking and striking. The thing is, he can damage you and it will end the training way too soon. So it's not working all the time in your favor. Not to mention, you do need plenty of stamina for that. Basically, this is my favorite way of training, with a short sword and a shield, because this is what I am using in combat, a sword and a shield. And it gets me ready for when I fight bandits or humans. Of course, there are a few quests. You can fight others. One of them is part of the DLCs. You can actually participate in the local tourney. The thing is, you will need very good armor, since it will be a fight with real weapons, and you will need to be well prepared skill wise, otherwise you will be easily get knocked out. Yeah, so be prepared when you want to start doing this for a few hours of real life time. But as I said, it will be worth it once you start going after some quests, because this way you will be able to defend yourself at least, if not easily defeat some of the enemies. Yeah, so there we go, you can try this one. Get close to him, try to stab him, and when he tries to attack you back, you can just parry his hits, increasing your defense. I will probably have to go to the bats. hopefully he will still be here, as my stamina is getting drained way too fast, and basically I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do training. I am just surviving. I'll just try to gain one more level in something, and then I'll be going for the bats. Yeah, so as I said, you do get this clinch part that becomes easier once you train your strength. And this is one of the most useful things when it comes to winning the Ratai tourney or tournament and fighting other knights, because you can basically push them a little bit, then you can strike them, and if you have that blood letter that I was using earlier, that I unlocked earlier, combined with the sadist perk, you can actually damage your opponents a little bit faster. Yeah, so that's one more level in something. Now it's time to surrender and go get myself fixed. But before that, let's see what I actually managed to unlock. Yeah, so when it comes to defending, I unlocked the perfect grip and combo cruncher. I don't really like this one because I don't want to damage the opponent's weapons once I start fighting bandits or humans, since I want to sell them. So this one is actually much more efficient for myself, because I can actually train using less stamina. Still, I do need to get myself fixed, so I will just fast travel to the mill and then go to the bathhouse to fix myself. As you can see, the health dropped to 46, which is not so good, because at the same time it drops the stamina as well. Yeah, so the bathhouse is over here. I've already showed what services they could give in one of the previous episodes. Yeah, let's talk a little bit with Mr. Mott, because I do need to get the Houndmaster skill higher as well. I will need him soon for some hunting. Yeah, so there we go. You can talk to the bathhouse proprietor and ask for some services.
I'd like to see.
Now I will go with this one because it gives Henry the alpha male
that can be arranged,
perk.
but you'll pay in advance.
Fine. Here it is.
I'm sure you...
Yeah, so as you can see, because Henry was quite badly injured, he was a little bit hungry, he was quite drained of energy. He does spend a couple of hours to recover. But it's not night time yet, so I can go back to Captain Bernard and challenge him to do some more fighting. I will do a save myself once I get to Captain Bernard. Yeah, so fast travel over there. I'll get some savior naps from my horse. And then have a saved game myself. The thing is, I think during the second episode I did forget to save for like nearly 40 minutes, maybe longer, and I ended up having to do most of those same actions, and that's not something you want to do when you're grinding some levels. Yeah, so back to training. Now I will try something else.
Right. What weapon would you like?
So I will go for the mace. And again, I recommend you to get a shield as well,
Take a shield. Too.
because otherwise he might be able to damage you quite quickly. And again, you will have to run away to the bathhouse to get some fixing. Now, as you could see, I managed to activate the perk, but since I'm fighting Bernard in a training manner, he doesn't faint, which is quite useful. Otherwise I would have to wait for him to wake up, and that would be annoying, because you do have to wait a couple of minutes. So even though you are using bludgeons, they are quite hard when it comes to damage. Basically, you should be ready to defend yourself. And as you've seen earlier, after activating that defense perk, I can actually use less stamina when using the shield when defending myself, making it a lot easier to train. Yeah, so once again it's time to change the weapons, because otherwise I will get to be too injured. This time I will go for the axes.
Thank you.
Sorry, wrong choice.
I'd like to train it, just like with practice weapons.
Right. What weapon would you like?
Yeah, so I'll go for the axe.
It's heavy and I haven't quite got the hang of it. And I'll take
Now,
a shield.
if
too.
you want, you can train all of them up to the maximum level, but you're not really required unless you want to use them or you want to use their skills. So basically, since I've used, I think, all my game throughs until now, I've been using the sword or the long sword. I've trained only the sword and maybe a little bit out of the axe and mace. But they do help you raise your warfare, as each level in something counts, and your main level as well. So if you want to level up your main level a little bit faster in the beginning, you can do a couple of levels, like let's say 5-6 of them. Then you can buy the training from him, training lessons. He is ruthless. He will not give you any chance to recover your stamina. He will simply attack you. You can try to run a little bit. He will chase you, giving you the chance to also gain back that stamina. Yeah, so basically this is one of the ways to train your defenses. You stab, he will block, then he will try to attack, then you will block, and so on. You can surprise him from time to time and give him a blow to the head. Yeah, so it appears that Captain Bernard over here is quite a Viking. He is good with nearly anything. Who knows, maybe he does have some Viking blood. Although the action doesn't have anything to do with the area where the Vikings have been. Still, who knows? Yeah, so as you can see, I can already get experience in both strength and defense. I managed to level up a little bit. Since we're not using maces or hand-to-hand combat, he is not dealing that much damage. And it's easier for me to do a lot more practice instead of just having to recover my stamina all the time. Yeah, so one of the best ways to grind the levels early on in the game, instead of sleeping, eating and doing anything like that, you can just go to the bathhouse, get your energy and your stamina, and your HP back, and then you can start doing something around. Even if it's night time, you can start doing some pickpocketing, you can start doing some lockpicking, because the faster you grow, the easier it will get once you start properly playing the game. And the easier it will be to make groschen, which needs to be done at some point due to various reasons. Yeah, so as you can see, learning that skill on how to perfectly defend is useful even if you're not using the same weapon you learned it with. You can basically do it with maces, you can do it with axes, even though I trained with my sword. All you need to do is to unlock it by asking him to train you. And of course prove that you're worthy to be trained. So if any of you have played the game before and have any tips, feel free to leave a comment, because who knows, maybe during my next game through I will be using them. Even though I did finish this game a couple of times, after a year or maybe a year and a half, I do tend to go back to it. I just like the story too much. Yeah, so I did manage to get myself a new level in the main character, the main level. And unlock a new perk. As you will see, those are really useful, especially when it comes to doing the fast travel. Now at this point, if I try to go for like a really long distance, I might get myself into trouble. I think during the last episode I got attacked in the same forest 2 times by humans, or once by bandits and once by humans, just because my level of escaping them was not good enough without the scout perks. So yeah, getting your perks unlocked will really improve the gameplay for you. You can of course always try to go just after anything you want, some quest or some battle with bandits or anything. If you save the game before, you will see exactly how much you need to improve, or who knows, if you are if you have enough dexterity, you might actually enjoy doing it a little bit harder. In my case, I prefer to enjoy the story, so I need to be a little bit cautious, training hard, and then start doing the quests. I think after you go higher than level 10 at strength and everything else, you can actually start doing them, as you are going to improve while fighting bandits. But if you want to be even more cautious than I am, you can spend your time with Bernard, train everything up to level 20, and then start going after anything you find on the map. Still, just because you train them up to level 20, don't expect to win all the fights. some of the humans and some bandits later on in the game have some really good gear, and it's quite hard to defeat them one-on-one, let alone defeat a group of 3 or 4 of them. So yeah, this is a little bit boring and annoying, but it will pay off very soon. I'm actually hoping to do most of my skills during this episode. And maybe next episode I can start looking for some armor. And start fighting bandits. Yeah, so as you could see in I think the second episode, you can make quite a lot of groschen by doing alchemy with the Lazarus potions. So you can buy yourself an armor quite fast. All you need is to get some Comfrey, you need some Valerian, you go to an alchemy bench. If you already improved your alchemy skills, you can brew 3 of them automatically without having to do much. And I think in like half an hour real time you can make a good fortune out of potions. Or maybe you don't even need that long. Oh, that's nice. I managed to get a new perk in strength. Those are always welcomed. Yeah, another thing I forgot to mention during the last episodes. Once you level up in strength, you will get some increase, not by much, but you will have your capacity, your inventory increased, so you can carry a little bit more. There are some perks as well if you want to unlock them, but as I mentioned, I went to get myself the best, or at least what I consider to be the best horse and the best gear for him, just so I don't have to carry that much. Still, there are some moments when you won't be able to have the horse next to you, and you will need to be able to carry quite a bit. Not to mention, your armor does take on quite a toll, as if you go for a heavy armor, and I will go for that, it will force you to get bigger carrying capacity. It's simply too heavy. There is a way, basically I think it's by training your defense and unlocking a perk around level 10, when it makes your armor weighing less, but until reaching that level you will have a hard time in actually using heavy armor. Yeah, so apparently Captain Bernard is tired of me. So let's see what exactly I managed to unlock. Yeah, so this is the perk I was telling you about. They will become a third lighter, but that's at level 12. So until then, at level 8, I did manage to get this one, and it seems a good choice. After all, if you're more frightening, you can just tell the guards once you try to pickpocket them to go away, and they will. Now let's see. Yeah, so at level 8 on your main level, you do have some choices to make. There's quite a few of them. You've got the Brute, you've got the Cloak and Dagger, Golden Tongue, Juggler, Ken, and Scholar. Honestly, I don't even want to go with any of them because I will get a penalty. I will choose one of them later, probably. I will go for the Brute or something like that. But up until then, I will go with this one, with Scout 1, because it makes your chances of evading enemies when fast travel. Alright, and there was one more. Yeah, in strength. Now I did manage one of the things that I did manage to level up quickly with strength. I'm quite surprised by this. So I could use this one. Although I'm not sure. Yeah, so instead of this one I'll just go with the mule, being able to carry 15 pounds more. And I can basically carry more than double from what I am carrying right now, which is not so bad, to be fair, because once I start getting some real armor, all of these weights from 3 to 1.5, 0.5 will go to a lot higher values. So let's see if Mr. Bernard is still up for some fighting. I do want to go on some hand-to-hand combat to increase that strength a little bit more.
Right. Let's get
Hopefully he doesn't knock me down.
What weapon would you like to try? Got a bastard sword, a short sword. We can fight with poles. Whatever you fancy.
Now, although you might not be using the hand-to-hand combat
It's useful to know unarmed
when it comes to
blunt, pole arm.
going after bandits or being ambushed by bandits or going after humans or being ambushed by humans, there are some hidden quests, like it is the one when I fought the guys in town. That one is basically automatically starting at level 0, but if you get level 10 you will unlock a hidden quest in Ujit. If you get level 15 you will unlock a secret side quest in Skalitz. So it is actually worth it to increase your unarmed level. Now, if this is too much information, you don't have to remember it all, or you don't have to listen to it all, because once I do get to those levels, I will probably tell you about it again. I am not just trying to show you what happens in the game, I am trying to give you some pointers, some tips. Who knows, maybe it will help you just in time. So, yeah, Mr. Bernard or Captain Bernard or Sir Bernard can be a difficult opponent to fight unarmed. But learning and improving your skill will help a lot later. I will probably end up in the bathhouse again. Although I think I should hurry up about that. Because if they close, I don't get to do it. And yeah, it's time to quit. Otherwise I might be knocked out. And that was very close. So let's go to the bathhouse again. It will probably be quite late, so I will do some lockpicking training. Usually after nightfall, after midnight, you can do that properly inside the Ratay. Yeah, so as you can see, the screen is actually telling me that I took way too much damage. Not to mention that the stamina bar is basically non-existent. Although, to be fair, the HP bar is a lot lower. Yeah, so let's go talk to this. Heal my wounds, bath and laundry.
A bit of everything.
That can be arranged.
Fine. Here
The
it is.
price is 30
I'm sure
groschen.
you'll be extremely satisfied.
Yeah, so as you can see, after taking all of that damage, I do need a long, very long recovery time. But it's just perfect timing for me to start to quickly get into the castle and start practicing on my lockpicking skills. Now I do hope I have some lockpicks. Let's see. Yeah, so I have 3 lockpicks. That should be close to good because I do have level 8. So we'll just see. If not, I'll just level up what I can and then go away, read something or do something else, maybe do some pickpocketing. Yeah, so first of all I will need to get a torch, otherwise the guards might start moaning. They really hate it when someone doesn't have a torch. Yeah, so as I said, I am going to do some lockpicking. Apparently no one's bothered about this guy not having a torch. Only when I don't have it, it's a problem. So I am just going to save the game, because my speech skill is not so high and I might get arrested. Oh, that's nice. I got some perk in drinking. I never really bother about these. But I will go with the wine bibber. And that's mostly because you use wine when you're brewing the Savior Schnapps. I don't even know if it's doing anything, but I do hope it is. Yeah, so I already know I can open this door. Now I just need to find the opportunity to do it. Yeah, so I just need to find that. Nope. Yeah, so if you do have issues with one of the doors, you can always abort, and then it will change. Yeah, so there we go, more experience. Now the next door is a very hard one, but still something I should be able to manage. Now, at some point some guard might be coming out of there, so be ready for that. Again, more experience. Now, next is the rat house. And a new perk, which is quite good. And level 9, which is also quite good. Now let's see what exactly I can do. So I have the Silent Fiddler and the Sixth Sense. Now I do like this one, because even if the lockpick snaps and there's someone around, it will make a lot less noise. Let's see if the alchemist closed his door. Yeah, so basically this is yeah, so he closed it. Basically this is how I like to do this skill. I am doing the swordsmith, the weaponsmith house. Then I'm doing that one behind the armorer. Then the rat house. Then this one. Then I go all around town. Only stop from time to time when there's not too many guards around. Then I go around here to the armory, where there are two doors, two hard doors, and then just come around and the doors will be locked again. So in case you need some training, you can follow that course that I'm doing. You can of course try to get these as long as there's no guards. Like you can go up here. This one should be going very fast since it's easy, and I can already unlock the hard ones quite easily. Now again check for guards, no guards, you can go upstairs here. There we go, more experience. You can do the same over here. The same over here. Yeah, so at this point I usually go inside this place. There's two doors I can easily reach, but sometimes you will find them open, so there's not much you can do. Also, you might want to wait for this guy to leave. As you can see, he's leaving. So if that door was closed, I could easily unlock it now. Yeah, so there's one more hard door around here, which I often try to do. And it's this one from the cobblers. Main issue with this one is that almost all the time one of these guards is coming, so you might not want to do it. On the other hand, you do have two doors over here at the armory, or better said, at the guard house, because this is where the guards sleep. So yeah, more experience. More experience. Now once you go on the other side of town, where the armorsmith and swordsmith have their houses, you will be able to come back and find them closed. Now, I don't know exactly when the guard changes around here, but one of these chests actually has very valuable loot. I think it's this one. Has some valuable swords inside. But as long as there's someone in there, it's quite difficult to get into it. You can of course try to kill that guy, or you can simply knock him down, but it's a little bit difficult in the beginning. You do need a proper stealth level and a strength level that's quite high, otherwise he might fight back, and when that happens he will call the other guards, and I guess you already know where the story goes. Yeah, so as I said, I'm already back at the swordsmith. This one should be closed, or better said should be locked, because it's always closed. And you can see the higher the level, and lock picking, the easier it becomes to unlock it. Now it's this one behind the armorers. Check for any guards over here. And more experience. Now you can try this one. The thing is, at some point some guard is standing over here and I'm not sure exactly when he's coming, so I wouldn't advise you to do it. You can also try this one, but once again make sure there's no guard around here. Still, you can always go upstairs over here, as there's no one to stop you from unlocking this one. And there we go, more experience. Let me check on that level. Yeah, so it is going quite well. Now once you get to level 15, you can make a lot of money by robbing the traders. Yeah, so that guard is over there and he's away. Yeah, my favorite trader to rob is the swordsmith. He has plenty of things, valuable things, and it's easier to get inside the chests where he lives. The armorer is good to rob as well, but there are some people around that might hear you. You can try to rob this guy, but as you can see, it will not allow you just yet. I think you need at least level 15. Also, it's nothing that valuable inside the chests of the apothecary. So another thing you need to watch out for is if you go over here, you'll see these dogs. They will start barking and they might actually wake up the owners. If they wake up and they try to come outside,
Back to the mill.
and that was stupid. Let's see if I can call him back. Yeah. Yeah, so I did do something quite stupid. I sent my poor dog back to the mill. He probably won't be very happy. And I will have to go in the morning back for him. Yeah, so as I was saying, sometimes the dogs might be able to wake up their owners, and if they catch you, they will go for the guards. Now, if a guard catches you, it's simpler because you can just quickly tell him to go away if you have a good speech level, or you can just simply bribe him, or better said, pay the fine. But if the citizens go after the guards, is not so pleasant. You can still bribe them, you can still do all of that. The thing is, you will need to wait until they go to a guard. The guard needs to come to arrest you, you need to surrender, and you'll be basically wasting more time that way. So let's go to the armory. Check if this guy is out. And there's another guy now. Unbelievable. No, no. Go, go. And there he goes. And more experience. Let's see if he locked this one. And he did. Not the smartest thing to unlock doors where guards sleep, but I need the experience, so I will do it as long as they don't catch me. Also, it's not that bad if they catch you, since you didn't steal anything or you didn't do anything recently. If they keep on catching you, then you might end up in jail, or if they catch you steal stuff, you might end up in jail. So let's see if I can quickly get some more experience. Maybe I can get that level 10. Because it's quite early in the morning and people might start waking up. Yeah, so I wanted this door, but apparently there was some lady over here. Let's see if I can get the experience. And there we go, a new level. Quickly go to the rat house. Down here. And I think this is just going to be it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna head to the mill to get my dog back. And get some training in lockpicking. It will cost me money, but I can always make some more with alchemy. Now let's see. So yeah, basically if you send your dog back to the mill, you might be into trouble. Apparently he doesn't want to talk to you anymore. I think think I'll have to talk to Teresa again. And let's just wait a little bit. Get my shield for lockpicking.
I'd like to hone my...
All right.
Now, as he said, it will cost you. As you can see, early game, it's quite a fortune. But I did manage to get an extra level out of it. Now I don't remember exactly if he has it or some other miller, but there's also a book on lockpicking which you can try to get.
I've got some
So
good...
let's see. Yeah, so it's not him, it's probably some other guy. You can buy some lockpicks from him, although they are expensive, quite expensive, maybe too expensive. I remember the guy in Talmberg was selling them for like 15 a piece. I do have plenty of groschen, so there's no point in moaning about it. Now let's see where Teresa is, because I do want that dog back. Nope, she's still asleep. Now I do have another idea before she sleeps. I haven't been doing this in a few in-game days. Try to see if I can practice some more on this chest. And no, it's impossible. So I'll just wait for 1 hour for Teresa to wake up and then take my dog and probably go back to Sir Bernard for some more combat training. Yeah, so there we go. Teresa is here.
Greetings, Henry.
And you can ask her
I'd
for
like to
what.
take much travelling with...
I see he came. Did you do so?
No,
You haven't been taking.
I have. It just got very... So I sent it...
Ah,
Now I can take... Come here, Mutt.
Yeah, so I sent him by accident, but yeah, it was very dangerous for him. Let's praise him for being a good guy.
There. Ah. Come along.
Yeah, and back to combat training with Master Bernard. Yeah, so basically now I want to get some more strength. I want to get my sword skill higher and defense. So sword fighting with a shield is the perfect choice.
I'd like to train a bit. Just,
Right. What weapon would you like?
I'd like to train with a
So
short
again,
sword,
short sword,
and I'll take a shield.
take a
too.
shield and start training. Yeah, so I did manage to get a level in sword fighting. Yeah, so now I can win the clinches a little bit easier since I improved my strength. Still, even at level 20 you won't be able to win all the clinches. Yeah, so I actually managed to get the perk unlocked in agility. I'm not really good at agility when it comes to playing the game. I know some people like to go with the bow and arrows and shoot down everything. But I'm quite bad at doing that. In fact, I'm quite bad at doing that in all the games I've played. I only use the bow and arrows just as support, and if I don't have any other choice but to use ranged combat. I will have to train some archery a little bit, some bow skills, because there are some quests that require you to actually go into archery contests. Surprisingly, I did manage to win a contest against strong opponents when it comes to archery, even though my level was beneath the minimum of actually holding a bow properly. Yeah, so again, don't forget about your stamina. The more stamina you have, the more attacks you can chain, the more chances to hit or to defend. So that means you get more experience points. Now, as you can see, once you do it a couple of times, you will be getting a lot better at parrying the strikes of your opponent. Of course, that does improve as well with advancing through the defense skill, but even so, you do improve your timing, your reactions, once you know when to expect the attacks or how the attacks work. And this will become very useful once you start fighting bandits or humans, because their numbers will be quite great. There is actually, I think in Warfare, there is one of the perks you can unlock that grants you better stats once you go against multiple opponents. So another reason why you should actually train a little bit harder with Bernard before going after them. Yeah, so my main goal at the moment is to... Oh, nice, I did gain a perk in sword fighting. So my main goal is now to get the defense up to level 12, because I do want my equipment, what I'm wearing, to weigh less, and the third of their weight is quite a big difference. No, I don't really have any heavy equipment right now on, but I will have it soon. Yeah, so as I said earlier, just because you're getting a little bit stronger and because you have the perk for the clinches, it doesn't mean that you will win every once. Yeah, there we go, some more strength, that's not bad. So, as I said in the beginning of the video, when I first fought Captain Bernard, fighting with sword or axe and the shield will basically give minimum damage to you, which means you can carry on the practice for a long time, and since you can do that, you can actually gain yourself pretty good levels. If you go for unarmed combat, especially since you don't have a proper armor, you might end up taking, I don't know, 6-7 hits and you have to go heal yourself. The same goes with bludgeons, halberds, I think. So, as you can see, even if he does hit me with the sword, it only takes a little bit of damage. Yeah, so as I was saying, this is one of the tricks you can use. Basically, you can rush your opponent, you can strike him, and then start swinging your sword or your weapon. If you do that clinch, you have some chances of catching him off guard. Otherwise, he might just be ready to strike at you or parry. Yeah, so once he teaches you how to do that perfect block, it is quite nice, to be fair, because if you didn't have that one, it will make it quite challenging for you to train or to defeat someone. Time to get some stamina back and then start attacking again. Yeah, so he is quite good with counters. He will counter most of your attacks if you're not careful, or if you don't strike him in a way that there's not much he can do. Yeah, so as difficult as he is, if you join the Ratei tournament for knights, they will make him seem like an amateur. So it can actually be harder than playing around with him. those guys can be nearly impossible at some point. But you just have to carry on doing the best you can, and at some point you will be able to defeat them. As I said, unlocking this one, the clinch, will be one of the major advantages you have. Once I will get myself some armor, and of course after I already level up my fighting skills a little bit, I will show you exactly what that tournament is on about. Yeah, so another level in defense. I think I'm getting close to what I actually need. And this is one of the best ways you can do it. Stab, wait for him to react, and defend, stab. Of course it's not always working, but most of the time will. Yeah, so unfortunately there's not much to comment about, as I've already said most of what you need to know. Now, there will be a couple of types of different shields in game, but it's not that much of a difference between them, or at least it doesn't feel like it is. Their stats are different. From what I've seen, the swords are quite different though. Some of them can have really good damage when stabbing, some of them can have really good damage when slashing. So depending on what you prefer to do while fighting bandits or humans, you will need to make sure you choose your sword properly. Now, honestly, I prefer to go for something that's balanced, that has both of them in close stats. There are a few of them that are not so expensive and do both of that, as you never know when you need to just do the other thing. If you count only on stabbing, as you can see just from training with Bernard, these are basically easy attacks to parry or even to counter, so you can't just go stabbing all the time. Or let's say you have, I think there is a sword that has somewhere around 70 stabbing and only 30 slashing, so that one will put you in quite a difficulty if you do need to do some slashing. Now, I don't know if you've seen in my previous videos, or you can see in my previous videos, you can actually, there are some merchants that can sell you treasure maps, and you can actually find yourself some decent equipment or some decent weapon, some decent sword or some decent bow, without actually having to buy them. But with, I think, 2 or 3k of groschen, you can buy yourself a proper sword, somewhere in between that. Now, unlike other games where you have to go to some harder area where you can unlock better armor or weapons, this is not the case for Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'd say that some of the strongest weapons might actually be here in Ratay, where you start the gameplay, because basically before getting to Ratay is mostly a prologue of the game, so that's a good thing that you already have them available here. The same goes for armor. You might find 1 or 2 pieces in some other part, in Sasau for example, but that are a little bit better, but it's not much of a difference. Not to mention that if you do start traveling and you do get enough groschen and buy some treasure maps, you might even find your armor pieces or weapons at the best level through those treasure chests. All you need to do is improve your lockpicking. This is why I'm actually doing the lockpicking at night, because there are some very hard chests around which you will need to open. And they are related to those treasure maps. And there's no point in actually having the treasure map if you cannot open the chest once you get there. It did happen to me quite a few times, since the required skill was very hard and I barely had like 5 levels in lockpicking. The game wouldn't allow me to even try to pick it, so that was kind of disappointing. So basically what I want now is to get one more level in defense, and then I'll surrender and see exactly how my stats are going. And there we go. Let's surrender to Captain Bernard and see exactly where I am. So the main level got to 10, which means I can get this one, first aid 3. And there are a few other choices, but I will go with this one. Now in agility, as I said, I don't really use agility because it sticks to either agility weapons or to light armor, and I prefer the knight armor, the heavy one, but it's good to have them. Yeah, so I've got the warfare at level 9, and now I can get, as I said, the combination with these two, because now you've got the greater chance of drawing blood with the blood letter, and the sadist comes with that +1 strength bonus once you draw blood. They work very well together. That's nice. Yeah, so basically you learn these two during combat. It's not something you can unlock. And yeah, this is what I was telling you about. At level 12 you can actually get a 20% strength, agility, warfare and defense bonus once there's more opponents in a fight, which could be quite helpful. Of course, it won't help you that much if you already have them at level 20, but still not a bad thing to have around. Let's see what exactly more do I have. So I have some sword skills I can unlock. Again, I will only unlock the ones with the long sword, even though I'm not using them. Yeah, so now I could actually buy some levels from Captain Bernard when it comes to defense, axe and sword.
Can you teach me?
Sir,
I'm interested in.
Yeah, so I should be able to level up to 12 once I get the other one. If this man just stands around.
Can you teach me how?
sir.
I'd like to hone my.
All right. Now, pay close.
Yeah, so I was actually hoping to be able to do this to unlock a new perk, because now I can go for the well-worn. It's basically the one that makes the equipment a third lighter. So now, as you can see from my inventory, basically they all weigh nothing compared to what I can carry. Still, as I said, I don't really have a proper armor on. Next I will want this one to get the charisma bonus, and it's going to be at level 16, so I have a lot of waiting to do until then. Now I will want something else from here. I think the strength bonus, I can get a new perk at level 12, or at least I hope so. Because there are these, and there's also this one that's quite useful. Yeah, this one is about pickpocketing, so it's not useful for me at the moment. Yeah, so these are the treasure maps I was telling you about. It doesn't really help having them unless you are already skilled at lockpicking. Yeah, so I'm gonna go for some more unarmed combat.
I'd like to train a bit.
I might be getting knocked out, but it will level up my strength faster.
How about with no weapons?
You surprised?
Now you can try to get him into a corner and just spam attacks at him, but as you can see the stamina is not lasting forever. So best advice when trying to go for unarmed, just run away for a little bit, get your stamina up, go at him. Then again, when your stamina runs down, distance yourself. Try to dodge his blows, and then again spam some attacks at him. Yeah, so he's quite good at fighting back, as you can see. But there's not much he can do, as I actually did improve a little bit in strength. So while so I did damage him quite a bit. You can see just above my stamina bar, next to the health bar, there's a purple bar that's going down, and that's his HP, or basically his will to fight. Once that one goes down, he will take you out of training and you will have to ask him again for a fight. Still, I did improve a little bit. And yeah, as I said, he was nearly knocked down. I did lose something as well. My HP went lower. But I do have improved strength. So it's time to choose one. Let's see, this one is at level 14, this one is at level 12. So yeah, I will go for this one. So yeah, basically now, as you can see, my inventory is only a third of what weight I can carry. I don't have many things on me, but still it is good to know that I can still carry a lot more. I do have a debuff, so that's not so good. Yeah, so let's go for one more round. Come on, Captain, let's go, let's go.
I'd like to train him.
What weapon would you...
As you can see, both of us have black eyes,
How about with no weapon?
You surprise me. But yes,
but we're still both up for a fight. Basically, if I were to go now against any of those so-called prize fighters that you can fight for groschen, they would lose quite fast. I did manage to beat them when I was doing the quests easily, so after getting some training they will be in a lot of trouble if I did go over that again. Still, as you can see, Captain Bernard is quite good at not getting bitten by me. For some reason I think that this is going to be his round. After I managed to knock him down earlier, I think he might be able to knock me down this time, because I'm barely doing any damage to him while he's just smashing me. Yeah, that's a head cracker, that's a head cracker. There you go, Captain. Now it's your time to be taking on punches. Now, honestly, in real life, I wouldn't be able to do this. I really hate violence. So, yeah, this is why we have video games for if you want to do some fighting, or if you want to do some sports like karate or I don't know, judo. You can do that in some organized space, but something as this I wouldn't be able to do. I know that probably most men have it in their blood. I do think I have it myself, but it's not just about knowing how to fight or getting into a fight, it's about what can happen during that fight, and I've seen lots of things being done and going wrong in fights. So this is why I prefer to stick to the ones in the video games, because here you cannot actually hurt anyone. Okay, so let's see which one of us will faint first. Now, I was betting on myself being the one knocked out, but I did manage to beat him, although I do need to repair myself, so it's back to the bats. And as I was saying, why just leave me go?
Hey! Halt!
Yeah. Wait a second.
Why?
Such are my orders.
Yeah, so basically once you showed up bloody and with everything on
If you
you,
insist.
they will suspect you for being a thief.
All right, you can go.
You can just let them search you. Once you level up your speech, you will be able to actually see their skills when it comes to speech, and once that happens you can actually gain some more experience in speech, as well as make them go away quickly. They won't even search you, so basically if you go just stealing everything in town, you can just tell them to buzz off and they will buzz off. So let me just save the game, because I really don't want all that progress to go away. And I will try to get back to the mill if they allow me. Yeah, so let's not forget to bond a little bit with the dog. After all, I do want that Houndmaster to start increasing in level. Let's see. Yeah, basically I need him to go at least level 3 so he can hunt. And once he can start hunting, I can take him for a hunt. I can improve my bow skills, my hunting skills, and some vitality, as well as hunting, because he will be helping, as well as Houndmaster, sorry, because he will be helping. So let's go to the ladies to get ourselves fixed. I will probably be in here for about 6 or 7 hours again.
I'm interested in your services.
And I will go for this one again this time, because my alpha male buff expired.
Fine. Here it is.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied.
Yeah, so after having some fun, Henry will end up sleeping, and it's, like I said, 6 hours. Now the good thing about this is that since it will be 6 o'clock, it's early enough to go one more round against Captain Bernard, and then during the night I can just do some more lockpicking inside town, hopefully get closer to level 15, so I can unlock the really hard ones. Yeah, so get outside and go to Captain Bernard. Yeah, so unfortunately Captain Bernard is not here anymore. I will check if I can read something. This one I don't think I can do yet, or maybe I can. Yeah, so if you want to read, you can just find a bench or something to sit on, or even better, you can get a bed. Go to your inventory, and I do think I can read this one. And this is quite nice because I will finish the book. I will read the book about reading, which sounds quite bad, to be honest. At midnight, and if I finish at midnight, that means I can actually start go do some lockpicking training. And another level in reading. Now, reading is difficult to level up early, but once you unlock a few perks, you will be able to do it even when you sleep, like literally when you sleep, or when you're fast traveling or things like that. It will just go automatically for you. The perks allow you to do it. So let me just get this one moved to my inventory so I can read it later. Let's get the torch on, otherwise the guards might start suspecting me of doing some mischief. Now I will actually head straight for the guardhouse, for the armory, because usually there are those two doors that you could see earlier in the video that can be unlocked. Let's see if I do have enough lockpicks, and I have. 12 should be enough. And there we go, the guardhouse. Yeah, so with improved skills, the experience and the unlocking goes quite fast. If any of you wants to see what I'm comparing this to, you can watch my first episode or the second episode where I was trying to open some easy locks and I could barely do it. Well, some I didn't even succeed. Yeah, so now I'm off to the swordsmith, because that's where one of the doors that gives some good experience is, and I am hoping to try a second door inside his house. Yeah, and there we go. No one watching me, or at least I hope so. And it's unlocked. Yeah, so one of the reasons why I did say that you need a torch is to keep the guards off you, because they will actually come after you if they see that you're not carrying one. And if I'm trying to open a door and they see that I don't have a torch, it will become impossible for me to even attempt to open that door. Let's see if I can go for this. No, it's still too difficult. So let me close this one. Thank you for giving me experience. Let me close this one. Thank you for giving me experience. And be on my way. Yeah, next this one. At the back of the rat house and armorer shop. Now, once again, this one is rated as very hard, but I think that there's harder doors. There's doors that are rated hard, that are more difficult to open. So if there's no guard, I can actually go for this one as well. Thank you for the experience. Go for the one upstairs at the rat house. Thank you for the experience. Now bear in mind you don't have to thank doors for the experience like I'm doing, but I'm happy to get that level higher on lockpicking, because I already know what's waiting once I can do it properly. Let's check these one more time. Yeah, so still too difficult. I will probably need that level 15. Now, I don't remember exactly. I know there are some books you can read about lockpicking, which might help you improve even a little bit. I've already used up the training with Peshek, with the lockpicking master, so that one cannot be done again. Yeah, so as you can see, the easy doors become just nothing in time. Still, they are good to get you some experience, because you can actually slide past them quickly. And just as in life, any experience is better than no experience. So let's just go upstairs. Thank you for the experience. There's one more over here. Yeah, so as you could see right now, I could actually go with the cursor on a pretty wide area due to the level that I have. In the beginning, it was nearly impossible to do that. Yeah, I just closed that one because it should be locked, but it's been opened for a few days.
Hey,
Yeah.
mark right there. Show me
All
what
right, mister. No worries, no worries.
Why?
orders of his lord.
Yeah, so
As you
he
wish.
can search me all he wants.
Nothing.
I
All
don't
right.
care. Thank you, bye bye. Yeah, so as I said before, there is a hard door that you can try to unlock over here at the cobblers. But usually this guy is always passing through. You can of course wait for him to go away. Hopefully go away, please go away. He did go away. and get yourself some experience. Now back up these stairs at the guardhouse. Oh, this guy just finished his guard. Or, no, I think this one is actually starting now. But there is another one probably coming upstairs. Annoying bastards. And I think this one is going inside here. No. Let's see, maybe I'm lucky, maybe I'm lucky. Maybe I'm not. Unbelievable. Let's talk to that dog while that guy goes away. La la la. And he's out. And I can... Yeah, this guy is sleeping. You can try to pickpocket him, but I wouldn't advise you. Even when they're asleep, these guards are quite hard to pickpocket. This is our friend, Mr. Nightingale, who gave us a tour when we became one of the guards. Yeah, so now I should be okay in lockpicking this one. And there we go. I still hope that this guy disappears from here, although he seems to refuse to do so. Yeah. So I'll just run past my friend and go back to the weaponsmith. Go. Yeah, so basically having to run a lot in town is useful. Not only you're doing that lockpicking training, but you're also getting some experience in vitality as you start running and get exhausted. So it is kind of a double training. Let's see if the other one is closed. Yeah, so this one remains open once you lockpick it. Or better said, you pick its lock. Time for this one again. Hopefully there's no one around. Yeah, so just to show the difference, this one is very hard. This one over here is also very hard. This one I cannot even attempt to try to unlock. Well, this one I can actually unlock easily. So I don't know if they were meant to be a different difficulty or something like that. But they do have a strange way of working. Now again this one. And there we go, a new perk. And that's level 12. It's actually not that bad. Yeah, so at level 12 you've got like this. You've got the Master Thief unlocking easier locks automatically. From what I've seen, this one mostly works on chests. If you go to an easy chest or very easy chest, it will activate the perk. You've got the Lucky Thief, where you've got the chance to open locks even if the lockpick breaks, but it does make it more difficult for harder locks. So no, I won't be going with this one. I will be going with the Master Thief. I will test it in a little bit on some doors. Yeah, so there we go. Quite fast. Not sure if this one is also locked. Now this one leads to the jail. I don't really need to unlock it. But experience is experience, so I will do it. And I'm gonna test the chests over here. Alright, go into stealth mode. And still too difficult, so yeah, it is level 15. And when it comes to those, even at level 15, they will be difficult to unlock. Yeah, so as I said, let's find a door that's easy. Yeah, so still the perk didn't activate. But I did manage to get a level in stealth. This door is open, let me close it. So mosquitoes don't go inside. Yeah, just kidding, I just want that door to be locked so I can pick its lock later. Again, another easy one. It's a good thing that my shouting doesn't wake up the ones living in those houses. Otherwise I would be in trouble. There we go, more experience. So basically, as I said, you can follow this course, turn it into like a racing course all around Ratay. You just go around and around and around, and whenever you have the chance and there's no guard around, you can just open whatever door you see fit. Just don't bother about going inside, because honestly these houses are not really worth trying to rob. They don't have very valuable things. Once you get to level 15, level 16 in lockpicking, then you can go after the main merchants and basically make everything they own disappear. Then you just need to wait for another couple of days for them to regain their wealth and do it again and again until they're unhappy, but they don't know it's you, so they will still be selling you things. Just don't try to sell those stolen stuff to them. First of all, they wouldn't take it. Second of all, they wouldn't take it very well. Yeah, so let's see if there's anyone around here. And there isn't. There is a nice door over here. And there we go. Now this guy is kind of annoying me, so I will save the game, I will knock him down, and I will rob him. Or at least I hope so. Yeah, so basically if you want to knock him down, you just go behind him and push knock down. And you just drop his body. If you want, you can grab his weapon, his halberd, but it's not worth it. And you can just rob the place dry. Yeah, so as I said, there are some valuable items in here. I will send them to my horse. And hopefully no one catches me. Now I can unlock this one, or at least I hope so. Although, despite being a hard one, it doesn't really have anything valuable inside. Oh, maybe it does. This one is okay-ish. And that's just about it. I will take these though. And once again I will send them to my horse. Now one of the best ways you can actually get away with this is to go away, hopefully unseen by any guards. So I'll just have to wash myself. Let's see, it is morning, so there's not much I can do. I just hope I can escape without being stopped. Please don't stop me, please don't stop me, please don't stop me. And he didn't. Yeah, so as I was saying, one of the best ways you can deal with these, you can actually store them in your trunk. That's one of the reasons why I actually unlocked. Wait a second. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I bought myself a room at this inn close to Ratay. Because if you want to run this way, you can store everything inside your trunk. Now, since everything is inside the trunk, you can go through Ratay easily after that. So let's take out the torch. Yeah, so another trick about this is that once you store the stolen goods inside your trunk, after a couple of days they will become yours. So all that armor you can actually use without having to buy. But it does take, I think it's based on the value of the things or something like that, and it does take quite a long time. Honestly, what's worth from here is this one, the Duelist, which is, as you can see, quite effective. It has both stab and slash damage at 62. This one is only at 49, so I'll be definitely selling that one. The shields are good, are at least better I think from the one I have, and most of the other ones are just simply good for selling. Like this one, it does have some value, but it's not that valuable, and the annoying thing is, as you can see, it has plenty of stab damage, but when it comes to slashing it's very ineffective. So yeah, that's not so good. So yeah, once they come in here, you can see the difference. Basically, if you look at this one at the ancient map, I can take it, while if I go on this one, I have to steal it. It is from my own inventory, but I do have to steal it, which is kind of tricky. And after a few days, as I said, that steal part will disappear, and you can actually do something with it. You can use it as your own. Still, I don't really care about that. I'll just get myself washed. Go back on fast travel to the mill. And once I get to the mill, I can actually use the trunk I have over there, since it's connected to this one. And whatever I'm not keeping, or I decide that it's not worth keeping, I can just sell them to Peshek, because he does buy stolen goods. After all, he did teach me the craft of stealing.
Hey,
Hello, mate.
don't you want a little wager on the rate?
Yeah, so burger. This one goes in. The duelist I'm keeping. The Vam races I'm selling. Vam races, sorry. Yeah, so basically when it comes to these, you can just have a look, and this one will actually improve everything for me. So it will go back. This one will improve things for me, so it will go back. This one will improve things for me, so it will go back. Same goes for this one. This one. Yeah, so basically I can only sell the VAM races. But I will have to wait a couple of days before actually being able to use these. Still, if they're free, they're free. Yeah, so even though they do worth quite a lot when they are in my inventory, and even more when you want to buy them from some merchant, once you come to Mr. Miller Peshek, they won't be valuing
I've got some
that
goods
much.
here whose owner.
All right.
Well, he will start giving you prices once your reputation goes higher. So there we go. This one goes in. This one, these two go in. Goes in. Goes in. Goes in. Goes in. One of the torches. I will sell him one of these books as well because I don't need it. And so as you can see, it was a decent amount of groschen. Might not be the best, but it was still decent. If you were to steal these without actually having some skill, like I have the alchemy one for making groschen, then it would be a decent profit. There we go, close the deal, and that's it. Yeah, so that's about it for this episode. I know it might be a boring one, but this is exactly what grinding level looks like. And yeah, even though you can use these guys to train for some money, you might be able to just increase for a little bit. So hopefully during the next episode I will be able to finish my training with Captain Bernard and also get that level 15 in lockpicking. And once that happens, I can start exploring a little bit more, start going after some treasure maps, get myself some proper armor, and then start hunting bandits and doing the quests and side quests. So thank you very much for watching the episode. I hope it will help you, even though it was mostly repetitive actions. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
God save you, Henry.